Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, October 22nd, 2025. It's episode number 996 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey. Hello. Hi. How are you? Busy show today. Much to discuss. Got a lot of sports to get to. Rockets and Thunder tipped off the NBA season last night. We still didn't get into much of the NFL other than the Texans yesterday. And talked a little to no, I think, college football other than the outlook for Arkansas. So, got to get into all that. We did talk to Shohei Ohtani yesterday. Chris Williams joined me on the program to talk about a new agency that he is firing up for international basketball, which I think is a pretty interesting thing. A lot of us don't know about it. A lot of us don't understand. But there are, when you think about it, there are, God, just think about how many teams are in college basketball. And then think about how many players make the NBA or even get drafted, not even make. And then out of the draft, which is 2 rounds, 60 players, think about how many stick around. So it's definitely needed in doing what he does. So I thought it was pretty cool, pretty interesting. Plus, Chris is just a great dude, so I wanted to show him some love. All right, well, let's get into it. I teased you as we were going off the air yesterday. I said I owed you a explanation, excuse me, as to why I didn't do a show Monday. And I will give you that explanation with a story. Because life, yo, what up, Big Stout? So the reason we didn't have a show Monday is life is hard. And as you guys know, I had a show at the Houston Improv Sunday night that I was headlining. It was my first time headlining a weekend at that venue. I've headlined I think a Thursday night, a Wednesday night, and other shows. Closed out other shows. But it was a really cool thing, a big deal for me, an honor, all of those superlatives. But unfortunately, I didn't have enough time or any time really to market the show, to publicize the show, to get the word out, get the feelers out, especially in a week that I had to do taxes. I had lost 2 days. So long story short, I didn't get to do justice to the marketing. That said, I thought, well, they'll do their part and, we'll have somewhat of an okay turnout, hopefully. Well, upon arriving at the Houston Improv Sunday night, I walked to the manager's room where 2 great people, Bryson and Jessica, were sitting. I was like, how's it looking tonight? And they were like, not good. I was like, fuck, not good. Hey, what up, Brother Bear? Holy shit, long time no see, man. So I walked into the booker's office and I was like, hey, how we looking? And they were like, it's not good. I was like, well, what's not good? They were like, 15. I was like, 15 tickets sold? They're like, yeah. I was like, fuck. This place holds 500 people. 15 tickets sold in a venue that holds 500 is brutal. It's especially brutal on the ego. It is a deflating punch in the gut when something like that happens as a headliner, because you're like, oh, So I think we ended up having like 18 total. I think I knew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I knew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of them brought somebody, so 7 bought tickets to come see me. The rest just happened to buy tickets to the Improv on a Sunday night just to see what was there. So there was like, a table of 2 dudes who were Middle Eastern. They just came to see a show. So, some people came for me. Some people just came for comedy. So, pretty big punch in the gut. And when I got there, so this is a little side quest story, but when I got there, I posted on Facebook. I was just got to the show. Ouch. And that was it. That's all I posted. And this one comic, whom I won't name, he doesn't live here in Houston. He lives somewhere else. But this one comic, upon seeing that post, sent me a message. And he was like, hey, man, I know it sucks sometimes, but stop complaining, essentially. He was like, if you don't want to do it, if you're just quit and get out of the way and let the rest of the comics that would just be excited to have an off night at the Improv take your place. And I was like, and then he was like, I'm rooting for you. I am, but you're going about it all wrong. And that was it. And I never responded. I did take the post down. I was like, well, my response to him was going to be, this is both unnecessary and needed. And I wanted to say to him, first of all, fuck you. Don't talk to me like that. Don't tell me to quit. You can fuck off. But you have a point. But I didn't send him anything. I was like, you know what? He was probably drunk when he posted it, because he's known to be a drinker. So I wasn't even in the mood. I was still, upset. But I didn't see it until after the show. Thank God, because I would have went on stage in a goddamn rage. But I didn't see it until after the show. But I went on stage and I tried my best. Here's the thing. First of all I posted was ouch. I didn't say, I can't believe nobody came to the show. How could you guys not support me? Ouch. Because it is an ouch. It's an owie. When you're the headliner of a show and nobody comes to see you, ouch. Now, I'm not blaming anybody. It's not like nobody has never come to see me. But there's more to it than just the feeling of nobody buying tickets and coming to your show. You feel terrible in that regard, yes. But you also feel terrible for the other comics on the show that you booked that were expecting a halfway decent show. They took time out of their day to come down. And it was 2 really good comics. I mean, it was basically 3 headliners. You feel bad for the staff because they're not going to make any money that night. There was one server and I felt awful because he just wasn't going to make any money because there was nobody there. You feel bad for the club. You feel bad for all of the employees that got sent home that night because it wasn't enough to justify paying them. So now they have to go home and not make money that night. You feel bad for the crowd who spent their hard-earned dollars to go to a comedy show. And then they show up and it's like, fuck, this is lame. So ouch isn't, oh, just feel sorry for me. It's more to it than that. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And when you're a headliner, you bear that burden. And when people show up, it's great. And when they don't, it sucks. So, but I also was thinking about what that comic said. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, double fuck him, because I have always been an open book with the people that follow me, or I call you friends, not fans, not friends. You're friends. You're friends and fans. But I've always been open with you guys. Ever since I got laid off from ESPN back in May of 2020. I was an open book then. I've always been an open book on this show when I was suffering through my depression, when I was drinking too much and had to slow down, when things aren't going good in other aspects of my life, when my dad passed away, certain incidents in this country. I've always share with you guys what my struggles are and what my triumphs are. And I think that's part of it, because I've never been the guy that only wants to post the highlights. You dig? Those people are so fake to me. It's like, okay, your life isn't this great. And most of them are. I know people that are influencer types. And if all you saw or knew about them was what they posted on IG or Facebook or TikTok, you'd think they were living the absolute best life. Some of them are fucking miserable, but they don't post it. They never post it. So I was determined that as long as I'm in the public eye, as long as I'm doing stuff like what I do, whether it be on radio or TV or here or comedy, I'm never going to not tell the truth, and I'm not going to only share half the story. Because half the story is bullshit. You get the whole story. You get when things go great, and you get when they don't go great. And it's not me feeling sorry for myself necessarily. It's not me bragging about myself. It's me hopefully taking you on this journey. Because a lot of you have said you're here till the wheels fall off. And I love that. And I appreciate that. And I think part of the appeal for some of you is that I share what goes on. Road stories and funny things that happen, my wins and my losses. I'm a human being. So I don't think it's fair to pretend like, something is what it's not. It'd be like me coming on here and be like, man, Sunday was awesome. Should have been there. No, but I do want to say thank you to those that came out. I want to say thank you to Charles Garza. It was so wonderful to see that dude. He doesn't come around the show much anymore, and that's okay. But my guy is working on 3 years sober. It's fucking amazing. He looked amazing. His wife looked amazing. And he just could never be happier. And I couldn't be happier for him. And I appreciate him and his wife making the effort to come out. David and Marls, who own K Hunt's Bar and Grill. You may see me sometimes posting when I'm doing asshole karaoke on my stories on social media. If you ever see those, they're worth the watch. Asshole karaoke is hilarious. But they came out to check it out. My nephew-in-law, Ricky, came out with his friend. And then Jay from MPH came out. So thank you to those guys. And then to the others that came out. And I went home. I was sad on the drive home. And And the other thing was, pay wise, you're usually guaranteed certain, but we didn't even make enough to make the guarantee. I walked in the office. They were like, hey, you need to go settle up. And so I walked in. I was like, how much do I owe you? Like, that's how bad it was. But I was driving home in my head. I just ended up feeling sorry for myself. And so Monday, I was like, I'm not going to let this, because stuff like that happens to somebody like me who's been on the grind now for 12 years. After having gone through what I've been through and, having had and dealt with depression for the first time in my life not too long ago, two things. I was determined not to let something like that linger, which could spiral. And you start thinking about it and dwelling on it, and it never goes away. And then you find yourself in a depression. You find yourself in a hole. And I was like, I could see this being a trigger. I could definitely see this lingering. Because I couldn't shake the sadness, the pity, all those things. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a day. I'm going to give myself a day to feel sorry for myself, to be sad. And that's it. When the day's up, when my head hits the pillow, I'm going to, do my, what's it called? Daily affirmations. I'm going to talk about the things I'm thankful for. And then when I go to sleep and wake up, that's it. It's over. No dwelling on it. So that was the plan. And most of the day, I just sat around, not doing shit really. And then I got a Facebook message, another one, but not from a comic. It was from somebody that was at the show Sunday night, one of the 18 people. So there I am, feeling sorry for myself, being sad, trying not to spiral into a depression. And I get this Facebook message. And there are some times in your life where you just need the universe. Again, sorry, I'm not religious, but I guess I am spiritual now. But there's some times in your life where you just need the universe to shake you. One of the daily affirmations that I say is the following. Let's see if I got it. Universe, I am ready for you to start conspiring I am open and ready for you to start conspiring in my favor to make my dreams a reality. And I request from you a sign in my presence to come to me today. I am open. I am ready. Thank you. And so I say that a couple times in the morning. I say it a couple times during the day. Say it a couple times at night. Just daily affirmations. For some of you that are religious, it's like a prayer. But it's just putting positive energy and positive thought so that the negative doesn't always creep in. Well, I think I got my sign. And yeah, Donna said she likes that. Let me read it exactly because I think I fucked it up. Usually I have to look at it once because I don't know why I can't memorize it. Yeah. Universe, I am open and ready for you to start conspiring in my favor to make my dreams come true. And I request for a clear sign in my reality to come to me today. I am open. I am ready. Thank you. The thing about that is, if you're going to do that, you have to be open to the signs. You have to be looking, and you have to be aware. So in the midst of Monday, my pity party, my single person attended pity party, I'm sitting on the back patio, smoking a cigar, sad. I told Nora, I was like, hey, I'm not doing a show today. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, I just don't feel like it. I'm I'm bummed out and sad. I just want to be, just want to be left alone today. And I don't want to pretend like I'm happy on a show, but I'll be better tomorrow. I just need to get it out of my system. She was like, okay. So I was sitting there, and like I said, I got a Facebook message. And it was from somebody named Vivi. Now, Vivi was at the show. She didn't give me her name, or maybe it's Vivi, like Vivian. But Vivi was at the show, but she didn't give me her name. And she came up to me after the show. And she just said, hey, I just wanted to come up and say that I'm sorry. And I was like, what are you sorry for? She said, I'm sorry I walked out during your joke, but it made me sad. And I was like, what? I was trying to remember when she walked out, because sometimes people just in a room that small, or in a crowd that small, but a room that big, everybody knows when someone gets up. But, there were people going to the restroom and this and that. So I forgot. But I had promised new material. So I was working on a bunch of new stuff Sunday night. And one of the jokes that I did is something that we talked about on the show, where I said, I don't know why we don't say bad shit about the dead. We should be able to say bad things about the dead. All we ever do is say good things, even when you know they were a piece of shit. And then I did the bit. But during that, unbeknownst to me, or I guess I noticed but didn't remember, but she had gotten up and walked out. And she said she did so because she was sad and crying and didn't want to cry in the showroom, because she had just lost her son a month ago. He was 12 years old and he had cerebral palsy. And as she's telling me, she starts crying. And she's like, it's been really rough. And I'm like, well, I can imagine. I mean, I can't imagine, but she said, it's been tough. And I used to come to the Improv a lot, but ever since I had him for the last 12 years, I just don't. But he passed away, and on a whim, I came here tonight just to or he passed away a month ago. So on a whim, I just came here tonight. I needed something. I just needed a laugh. And I wanted to be like, well, boy, you picked the wrong fucking night to do that. But I just hugged her. I said, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine what it's like. I know how sad I was when I lost my dad, but that doesn't compare to a 12-year-old that you've basically spent all of your days and nights with taking care of. And we talked a little bit, and she mentioned that she was on a first date that night as well. And so she was like, I'm sure he thinks I'm crazy because I just got up and left to come back crying with my eyes swollen. I was like, if he's human, he'll understand. And if he doesn't, you dodged a bullet. And then he comes walking up, and I'm introduced myself. I was like, you're a good dude for bringing her. He seemed very nice. But she was like, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry. But that I guess you're right that we should be able to talk that way. But it upset me because he just passed away, and he had a real dark sense of humor. And so do I. And at his funeral, I roasted him. I was like, you did? She goes, yeah. And that's what hit home, I think, more than anything, is because it's almost like you were speaking to me. I was like, wow. She said, yeah, one of the jokes that I told at his funeral was, I said, I missed him and I loved him, and that I can't wait to be with him again in heaven. And that I know when I see him, he's going to come running to greet me. Just kidding. He can't run. And I was like, yo, that's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. And she was like, oh, thank you. I was like, yeah, good for you, though. She was like, he would have loved it. I was like, that's the same thing when my dad died and I had to do the eulogy. They were like, this isn't a comedy show. I'm like, he would have loved for me to crack jokes. So I'm glad you honored your son and roasted him. We hugged, she left. That was that night. I had forgotten about that. I had forgotten about it because, of course, on Monday, I'm in the midst of my pity party, feeling sad and depressed for myself. And that's when I get this message from Vivi. And she said, hey, Barry, I want to say thank you so much again for last night. It was very spontaneous and random for me to go, but I feel like God has a reason for everything. And you saying that joke at this time of my life was meant to happen, even though I got up and left because I was crying. But it's like what I needed to hear and has helped me more than you know. But I used to visit the Improv hundreds of times in the past, but not as much since I was my son's caregiver for the last 12 years. Anyway, I hope you have a great, blessed day. And I'm following you now. And the other two comedians were awesome as well. And when I got that, B-Short said, damn, Barry, you got me about to tear up in the grocery. How you think I'm holding together, B-Short? You know I'm a crier. I cry at everything. Because when I got that, I did cry when I read it. But it wasn't sadness. I mean, I'm sad for her, but it was sadness and, I don't know, thankfulness. But I thought to myself, what an asshole I am. Like, what a selfish piece of shit I am to be feeling sorry for myself because a lot of people didn't come to my comedy show on short notice on a Sunday. And here's this woman dealing with actual real life problems and grief and death of a child whom she took care of for 12 straight years. What a slap in the face and a wake-up call. And I was just like, all right, universe, I'm listening. Because it changed my perspective on the night on a dime. It went from being a complete disappointment and a failure to a resounding success. In my eyes, that night was worth it. That night was supposed to happen exactly like it did. So I was just like, wow, that's pretty crazy. So I responded to her. And I said, Vivi, this means the world to me that you would share this. I was honestly kind of bummed out about the turnout last night. My shows are usually never that light, but for this one, I only had a few days notice to market it. I digress. I think it's like you said, everything happens for a reason. And to be honest, I'd rather have last night happen exactly as it did if it meant you getting a little bit of inner peace. That makes the whole night a success in my eyes. I'm very sorry for your loss. I don't have kids, but I can't imagine how it must feel to lose your son. I know when I lost my dad 2 years ago, it really hurt. But a child's a whole different level of grief. So I hope that in time you're able to heal as much as possible. And by all means, please allow yourself the grace to do so. All my best, and I wish you much love, peace, and happiness going forward. And then I thought about it. I was like, I really want to talk about this. I really want to share this moment, this interaction, all of this, and not just the part. Again, this goes back to what I started with. I could have just read that and not given you the whole backstory because I know it was a long story. But I think the whole backstory is the important part. If I would have just said, this is why I do comedy, listen to this message, I'm not really being honest with you. I'm not sharing the whole journey. I'm not sharing the realness of what happened. So now I'm sitting on the back patio after having read that, crying, trying to finish my cigar and enjoy it. But I asked her, you know, as a comedian and entertainer, I'm proud of this. I'm honored. And I'd like to be able to share this story. Would you mind? And she was like, no, go ahead and share it. Share a picture of my son and me, or both. I've been sharing my journey with my son, with my social media, and he's made a big impact on so many people. He's touched so many lives, and I'd be honored if you did that. Because just like I know most us people that are funny, yes, I'm saying us because I know I'm funny. I also know that funny people are the saddest inside. But I would like you to add my Facebook just so you can kind of scroll through and just see my sense of humor. Then she said, I have been fighting depression very badly since my son, because I do a bit on stage where I talk about going through depression. And she's like, when you said that in that show that you were going through things in the last year, I totally understood, because I have been fighting depression very bad since my son has been born. Excuse me. And I feel like I needed to tell you that because it was also going to help you as well. So I guess in conclusion, everything was meant to happen yesterday. So let me know what you think. If you want a picture, if not, that's fine too. And whatever social media platform that you share it on, can you please let me know? And go. Which is fucking hilarious because I do that bit about, she goes, yes, I'm one of the people that use and go. So I said, you're amazing. And that would be an honor to share photos of your son. Feel free to send them here or, and I can also check your Facebook. So she sent me 2 of her favorite photos. She said, 2 of my favorite, which one you pick is fine. Sent that. And then she sent another photo that said, sent that if you wanted to know like the day he passed away and such, because I told you it's recent. So all that said, I was going to share a couple of photos of Adrian, her son, because his smile, when she sent the photos, I was like, my goodness, look at this smile. I mean, his smile is so infectious and so amazing. So I wanted to share that with you, if you would not mind. Here we go. So this is her son, Adrian. There you go. Look at that smile. I mean, that dude is one happy camper. And then this is another picture of Adrian. Look at that. You just can't help but smile when you look at it. The particulars, he passed away September 19, 2025 at 10 a.m. on a Friday. Celebrating the life of the boy is what they called him. So he was born December 21st, 2012. That's according to the front of the program that she sent me. Yeah. So, and I just said thank you and told her that, man, his smile is infectious. Really is. So that's the whole story as to why I missed the show Monday. And now you know the rest of the story. So no funny punchlines to end it. No ha-has. Just a story about life. And a lesson I learned. I mean, look. Am I going to feel sorry for myself again when there's a bad show? Yeah. Yeah, because I'm human. It hurts. But I'll carry this with me too. This'll, yeah. Donna said, and some personal growth for you. Yeah. It does put things in perspective, Dre. So last night I had a show at the Punchline. Now, I wasn't headlining. I was just on the show, and it was a quote-unquote private gig for people with the built credit cards. There's another one. Show starts at 7:30. I get to the venue at 7:15. There are 0 people in the crowd. 0. With 15 minutes to go until showtime. And I was like, oh, fuck. Again? Like, what are we doing? Now, I didn't promote this show at all. It was private. But it still sucks. So they finally got 7:40-ish rolls around. They start the show. There are 8 people. 8 people in the crowd. And they're all spread out. They're not right up on the stage. There's like one sitting on the booths against the wall. There's one on the far right where there's some tables. And then there's 2 couples in the middle that are kind of next to each other, but not up close to the stage, more towards the middle than the back. MC goes up, struggles. And the reason he struggled, just a little inside baseball, when you have a show that small, you can't just do material. And I told him this later when he got off stage, and then I got off stage because I went second. But I was like, hey, bro, when you have a crowd like that, you got to just talk to them. Like, material's not going to work. And the more you do it and try it, the more it fails, the worse you feel, the more it shows. Then it's just going to spiral out of control for everybody. And so I said, did you see what I did? He goes, yeah, that shit was crazy. I was like, you just have to do that. I didn't tell a single joke. I did a 25-minute set. I told 2 jokes. But I don't even think I finished one of them. But I literally was like, I had learned my lesson from Monday. I was like, I'm not going to go out there and be sad and mopey and give a shitty performance. And I mean, first of all, I'm not headlining, so it doesn't affect me in the same way. It's still a downer as a performer. But I'm just going to go out and just have fun. Because I don't know what these 8 people are going through. You just don't. And you guys, it was the most fun I've had on stage in months. I mean, they loved it. They were just like, they were so fucking into it. When I was talking to the MC after my set and kind of explaining what you have to do and how you have to, he goes, dude, I was watching. I couldn't believe it. He was like, that one couple that was against the wall, they were leaning forward. They were just like, and laughing. They just could not wait to hear and see what you did next. And I didn't say it, but I was like, oh, thank you, Monday. Thank you, Vivi. And thank you, Adrian, for the lesson. It was cathartic. It was fun. I was riffing. Like, oh my God. It was freeing. It was very freeing to do a performance where no set list, no rules. I don't know what's going to happen next, literally from 1 second to the next. Just wherever the wind takes me. Oh my God. So fun. So take with that what you will. But a lot of lessons from Sunday night until Tuesday night. A lot of life lessons, a lot of career lessons, a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of happy, a lot of sad. But it's been a hell of a 2 days. I'll tell you that. but I wanted to share it with you. I felt it was important because, one, you never know what people are going through, and two, you never know how a story like that might help put something in perspective for some of you that are maybe struggling with or dealing with the same kinds of things that I was dealing with. If it helped, cool. If it didn't, that's okay. Put it in your pocket. Save it for later. All right. That's my story. That's why we missed the show on Monday. Dig. All right. And once again, shout out to Vivi and her beautiful, radiant son, Adrian. May he rest in peace. Okay. Let's get to some sport. Turn my mic down. Let's get to some sports, huh? Amos said, yeah, Donna said, thank you for sharing. I think we all need this reminder from time to time. Amos said, I'm not going to lie. It's not UB. People just don't have it right now. I have friends that are club promoters and bar owners right now, and they all have the same complaint. They're empty and half empty on Sundays when football is on. Times are tough. I do agree. It is difficult right now. The economy is not good, despite what we're being told. Money's tight for everybody, so I do get that. B Short had said, damn, day before my boy's birthday. Thanks for sharing that, man. Hey, brother. Happy to share. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Love you, Donna. Donna said, thank you for sharing. I think we all need this reminder. Can I tell a joke? D'Amico Ryans needs to let you tell that story to the team. I don't know if they'd listen. Terrence said, brighten my day. Thank you. Trey said, huge smile. What up, Walt? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I told Alan said that lady's your spirit animal. I know you don't do a streamathon, but how about putting together a benefit stand-up show for Cerebral Palsy Foundation? That's not a bad idea, honestly. That's a good idea. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Sounds like Eric LeGrand challenging Lolo Jones to a race. She didn't realize he was paralyzed and was attacked by social media for her comments. Fuck social media. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Yeah, Dre said, I would venture to say this show is kind of your therapy too, Barry. Oh, 100%. 100%. Thank you. Hey, what up, Shock? Good to see you, pimp. Thank you, brother. Bistro said, absolutely, brother. And you made a true supporter. Not that it matters, but still. No, it does matter. Believe it or not. Shock has a good point. He said, you got to be open to the messages and also open to what they are. It's not always what we want or what we expect. What's the saying? God doesn't give you what you want. He gives you what you need. Thank you, Total Dallas. Said that's equal parts amazing and inspirational. Man, I was just about to say that God puts us in the right places at the right times. Big Stout. Most cultures, it's a celebration of life. That's true. I didn't see you touch someone. Yeah, no, it's you're right. What up, Joe Pro? Good to see you, buddy. And this whole government shutdown is crazy. I know. It's really crazy. If you need to feel happy, call Total Dallas to give you a handy. Okay. That's gross. Or Pookie. Yeah, I just want to say, this government shutdown is scary. It's real scary. And then of course now, and I don't want to get political, and then you hear that Trump is suing the Justice Department for $230 million and they don't have money to keep the lights on. I mean, but the good news is he said he's going to give it to charity. Bad news is charity is someone he met on Epstein Island. All right. I just had to get the joke out. I just needed to get the joke out. I wrote it last night driving home. I just had to do it. Okay. Thank you. Perry, what's up, homie? Perry's lurking. He said back to work. Total Dallas has real skinny hands. I don't know if I want that. Well, Terrence said I served in the military for at least 2 government shutdowns. That's crazy. Did you ever not get paid? Total Dallas said handy prices are up too. Tariffs. Oh yeah. Perry said he's never there when you call, but always on time. Hey, what up, Spoon? And by the way, Spoon, sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I was right in the middle of a story. Taxpayer money that would use for a tax write-off. You were in Iraq. Let's see. I got to say thank you to not Creamy Legs. That was yesterday. Cisco! Brother, thank you for the 69. I like you. Also, thank you for the 996. I like. It's not the same. Spoon, thank you for the 60. I'm sorry, the 13 bits. I was looking at the 2 different numbers. Thank you for the 13 bits, brother. You guys are the best. Terrence said pay was delayed, but you got paid, but it was late. Ain't nothing worse than late pay. Ain't nothing worse. Oh, Lisa, what up, girl? Lisa said, glad I could pop in today. And yes, times are tough. Man, I'm so glad you popped in, Lisa. Thank you for being here. No check today. Fuck. Are you serious? That's crazy. Spoon, can I show your video? I'm assuming that's why you sent it to me. My kid won't stop saying it. The 6-7 bit. I don't. What is the 6-7? I'm gonna show y'all a video Spoon sent me. This is this is your boy Spoon. I thought you were calling Cisco Creamy Legs. I was like, well, this took a weird turn. I mean, you don't know. Cisco, maybe he is Creamy Legs. You don't know. You don't know. Let me. That should be synced now. Cancel. Cancel, bitch. Oh, they haven't synced yet. Some bitch. iCloud photos. Sync you, motherfucker. All right, well, I'm just going to hold it up. Oh, it didn't even save there. Oh, dumbass. Okay, shush. Save more. Here we go. Oh. Let me see. Can I save it? No, I know. All right, I'm just going to play it from here. You'll just have to watch it this way. I don't. Oh, I can email it? Okay. Oh, I can just upload to my Google Drive. That'd be the easiest, I think. I should be able to email it, right? All right, I emailed it to myself, so I'll grab it from there. Oh, it's on your IG? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I got you, pimp. Who the shit? Look at old. Okay, let's see. Spoon the DJ. The cover photo is fantastic, sir. Fantastical. All right. Here is. You got to have the music. Did you put the music on it too, Spoon? Did you also have the music going? Huh? Will's Point. What the hell? What does that mean? The hell is Will's Point? Did you guys watch the Rockets last night while I'm doing this? It's going to be a fun season, if nothing else. We'll get to some of that. I just want to show you Spoon. Here we go. This is your man Spoon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bitch. Shit. There we go. Okay. Is it a Texas and city? Yes. Willis. Well, I don't know. Will's Point? I don't know. I have no idea. Well, open Google Maps, bro. What the fuck? The fuck? Open Google Maps. I thought it was funny. Draymond got a text 7 minutes into their game. I didn't watch that one. I just watched shit. I watched the Rockets this morning. That's partly why I was late. I was like, it's double overtime? Fuck, I didn't account for that. It's kind of like when we yelled Mike Jones in the halls, but they didn't know where it came from. Oh. Gotcha. All right, here's our man Spoon. Now, Spoon, can you tell us what this was? Like, where were you when this went down? What was this? Was this some sort of convention at the IACP? It says at the IACP, which is the International Association of Chiefs of Police. Okay. I found the compliant tech to be quite convincing. Compliant tech. Number one, hands-on de-escalation and home of CD3 technology. Cutting edge and non-lethal tools to empower and protect those. Okay. So it's hands-on de-escalation. Gotcha. Here's Spoon getting some hands-on de-escalation, everybody.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
He's like, yeah. It's the zoom in for me. It's the fucking zoom in for me. What? He's like, oh my God, Spoon. That's so fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Oh, fuck. It was low voltage electrified glove. How'd he turn it on? Oh, because he touched you with the other arm. Like, I don't understand how the glove works. He's like, woof. So I guess he says, if I touch him, it's going to hurt. You ready? Are you ready? All right. Yeah. But I guess it's just skin to skin. He's like, ugh. That's funny. Yeah, bro, I have no idea, Brian. You'd have to look it up. I don't know, man. Remember that bent spoon in the Matrix? Yeah, apparently Dre the Glove did that. Think of a supercharged tins machine. Ooh. Oh my God, Cisco. Imagine getting a handy by that. Dude. No, thank you. Definitely not into pain during my hand jobs. But Spoon, thank you for that beautiful imagery. Perry said, de-escalate my ass. You want him to put that in your ass, Perry? Well, I think we found out something about Perry today. He's like, hello, officer. Would you de-escalate my ass? Would you de-escalate my ass? He puts the finger in. It doesn't shock you. Not until he puts his hand on your back. Joe Bro said, I'm an electrician. Y'all just gonna need to shoot me. You know how many times he's touched something? Wolf. Spoon said no electric current through the body, safe for those with pacemakers. Doesn't shock the heart. That's crazy. That's crazy. Spoon said they did it on other guys and they fell flat on their face. Yeah, you lose. If you've ever shocked yourself working on something at home or whatever, you lose for a moment your ability to just control your body when that fucking voltage hits. You're just like, yeah, fuck. Yeah, I've done it. Jesus. I've done it. You think you turn the power off? I was changing out some light switches. Walt said Spoon's wrong for that. That bald guy is hilarious. That's funny. That's Perry's kink. That's hilarious. Man, I was swapping out. I was trying to put in smart switches, and the way they wired the fucking entry hallway or the entryway area is we have I think we have 4 switches. I think he knows that was Spoon. I think he was just fucking with you. I think he was trying to imply that guy's funny and you're not. But like we have 4 switches in the hallway, and I had turned off the 2 I was working on, but I didn't turn them all off. And so I was in there and I had my screwdriver. I was trying to fish the wire out or something, and fucking touched one of those wires on the left that was hot, and just, oh God! Just because that maybe I'll keep the show going without headphones. Oh yeah, yep. I found that out the hard way. Joe Pro said those 4 gang boxes will get you. There's usually more than 1 circuit in there. Yeah, there was 3. Holy shit! I was lit up. Nora goes, what'd you yell for? I was like, because I just cooked myself. Walt said Spoon was the shocker or the shocky. I've never met him. Whoa, look at his photo, bro. Look. You really? Really, Walt? Look. And then look. Huh? Well, I guess he didn't know. Did Oliver laugh? Yes, Oliver. He wouldn't even kick me off of it. Cisco said, I can deal with Mr. Roboto, but if that bitch from the ring shows up. Oh, I found a list. Oh, Walt's in an 18-wheeler. Oh, whatever. Excuses. What shit is it? You know what? I never shared the damn photos and comments of your mustache either, Spoon. Did I ever show you all the mustache photos of Spoon? I don't think I ever did that either. Definitely need to get that done. I told Alice and Walt they all look like. I often just take a scrap piece of wire and short across shit until the spark stops and breakers trip. There you go. I was once remodeling a flooded apartment, installing soundboard. Shoved my knife in and pissed my pants. All right.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just going to do this one. This will be easier. I can just send them to myself via email. That's way easier. Saved photos. This is so much easier. Ah. Saved photos. And save to photos. I think I can open them. That's a pro tip. Yeah, no shit, right? Let's see. Let me open this up. iCloud photo. Oh, the Syncy Sync is pretty fast, actually. I'll be damned. All right, so here is a photo of Spoon doing a press conference. Okay? This is Spoon doing a press conference. 8928. Those of you that don't know, that is Spoon. Okay? That's Spoon. Now you'll notice something about Spoon in particular. His mustache looks like it's shaved off. Like he just shaved it off. And this is what somebody put. Oh, this is what somebody put because they're assholes. Oh, fuck. Get over here. Damn it. What is going on here? Oh. This is, oh my goodness. Where the fuck did I go? Did I close my chat window? No, there it goes. Here you go. Somebody put, let me zoom in here. Why does it look like half of your mustache has fled the scene? That's so fucking funny. He's like, it's just a different color. Valerie's out here defending Spoon's honor. You can clearly see it's there. It's just, he's just got like a, it's like Spoon was like, you know what? I'm rocking a Hitler. Nah, never mind. Oh my God, it's so funny. Cisco said I just finished taking a dump at Quick Trip. Oh, nice. We were on the Quick Trip, was eating that poon and it rubbed off from the friction. Shock says, looked like the freshly fired defensive coordinator of a South Georgia high school football team who is addressing all allegations of some kind. Shock, that's fucking hilarious. All right, Lemonak, I gotta go. I gotta ask questions. It's been an hour, bro. Yeah, fire away. Fire away. So I wasn't far off calling him Spork. CC said, hey, what's up, CC? She said, so trendy. Remember when Vanilla Ice shaved his lines in his eyebrows? There you go. Joe Rosa Legend has it. His mustache changed colors when he stuck his dick in a wall outlet while remodeling a flooded apartment. Oh my God. Here's the last one. That somebody posted talking shit about our boy Spoon. She put, oh, hold on. I got the wrong thing here. Yeah, you really can't see it. Shit. It says, why the fuck mustache cut halfway? And Valerie was like, looks like it's gray, not shaved off. Either way, kindness is free to give. She was like, fuck you, Hunter. Oh my God, that's so funny, Spoon. Thank you for sharing that, brother. You're good people. You're good people. I told Austin, Shock, you almost killed me. I'm driving. He really does kind of look like a. What'd you say, Shock? South Georgia high school football team who is addressing all allegations of some kind. That's the funniest thing we've seen all week, Shock. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my God. Well done, sir. All right. Enough about Spoon. Brother Bear has a question. Any chance in hell Cal and Hannah fire the OC and go after a controversial but experienced OC and Art Briles? No chance in hell. No chance in hell. There's no way they're going to go get Art Briles. Are you fucking crazy, Brother Bear? Are you insane? All of the goodwill that they have finally rebuilt would be gone like that. There's no way. I think there's a chance that the OC gets fired. I think there's a chance they go after someone much more experienced. Trey said, no, I have a better chance of being Hannah's Cabana boy. Yeah, there's no. No. Their OC ain't going to make the season, ain't going to make the final game of the season. But, excuse me, his replacement ain't going to be Art Briles. I'll tell you that. I also look like I've been on the police department for 30 years and I'm too damn tired. Spoon, that's hilarious, bro. Oh, what the fuck is this? Mark, I missed it, brother. Mark, thank you for resubscribing for 36 months, pimp. Much love. Much love. Yeah, you're right. There's no OC that can make the O-line better, but you've got to do something. Oh, Spoon said, isn't Eric Bieniemy available? See? That wouldn't hurt my feelings. Let me see. Let's look up available OCs in the NFL. There are no open offensive coordinator positions. Yeah. Coaches considered for OC roles in the past. Let's see. Potential for future openings. Yeah. Here's a Black Monday thing. Mike Gundy in Oklahoma. No. Let's see. Oh, I can't find it. Excuse me. There's an offensive coordinator ranking, which I don't really care about that. I want a list of available OCs. List of available offensive coordinators currently without a job in the NFL. As of late 2025, there are no NFL coordinators currently without a job. Bitch, you know what I meant. You know what the fuck I meant. Top coaching candidates: Bill Belichick, no. Joe Brady, Liam Cohen, Hierro Ivero, that's a D coordinator. Brian Flores is a D coordinator. Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator. Jeff Haley's a D coordinator. Chris Horton's Baltimore special teams. Ben Johnson, Vance Joseph's D. Cliff Kingsbury is with Washington. But that's the kind of hire that's a perfect example of the kind of hire they need to make. Perfect example, right? Head coaching experience, flamed out doing it, but like a Josh McDaniels. There's just some guys that are better coordinators than they'll ever be head coaches. A good example of that was Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips was meh as a head coach, but as a coordinator, Tom Monken, Kellen Moore. And you see like the Eagles offense, Josh McCown, no thank you. Matt Nagy, Drew Petzing. But these are all head coaching candidates. So these are guys that have jobs. Ooh, Robert Saleh. But he's in Green Bay, right? Bobby Slowick, Arthur Smith, Frank Smith, Steve Spagnuolo, Adam Sinovich. Yeah, so I'm not really seeing any of these that are available. But that's like a Robert Saleh. This says, but he's a D coordinator, but he was the offensive consultant. Excuse me, I just saw OC, offensive consultant, but he's a D coordinator. But yeah, Brother Bear said Lane Kiffin's name always makes the rounds. Nah. Saleh as an OC, he's in San Francisco. No, they have him listed as an offensive consultant, which I think is interesting. I've always said, I feel like guys that are like defensive coaches, some of them would probably do good as an OC just because they know about like how defensive minded guys think. So you can counter that. But then, does that make you offensive or does that make your offense defensive? What the fuck did I just say? Let's see. OC Power Rankings. When did this come out? 3 months ago? Houston got to be dead last. No. Damn, they got Josh McDaniels dead last. They got Houston 25th. Yeah, well. I don't see one. Solomon went back to DC and San Francisco. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's not going to be a top tier name. But Shock, my point is, it needs to be. They've done this experiment with two different young up-and-coming guys. That's not going to get it. They've got to get a veteran coach. They just have to. All right. It's got to do it. Hey, speaking of got to do it, before we go any further, yesterday was a short show. We had a guest. We didn't get to it. And I'll be goddamned if I missed it today. We got a birthday, ladies and gentlemen. And then we're going to get into some, we can talk a little NBA and some NFL. But before we do that, you know what we got to do. And it didn't reboot. Yeah, baby. Dick Vermeil. Shut up, Total Dallas. My birthday wish is that you shut up. I don't get the wish, though. It's AR Platinum. And he's too nice to wish that upon you. Nick Cayley apparently wasn't calling plays with the Rams, and it shows. Oh, he wasn't. He was their passing game coordinator. See? That's what you get for trying to be cute. Hey, AR Platinum, my guy. I just want to say, brother, thank you. Thank you for being a dope-ass dude, a good friend, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be monetized on YouTube. Who can go fuck itself? But still, when Daddy lost his job and started on YouTube, I was able to take super chats and all that stuff right away. And a lot of that had to do with the help and assistance of AR Platinum. So much love to him. He's always trying to spread the love. He's got a super dope brand that he's built. And he's not selfish with it. And he's not stingy with it. And y'all know me, I love that. So happy birthday to a real one, man. I hope it was great. I'm sorry I missed you yesterday, but you know I love you. This one's for you. I hope you got some roadhead. You know what? I hope you got head doing scratch offs. How about that? Can't beat that. I mean, could you imagine you're doing a scratch off, getting a beej, and right when you scratch the last thing, you're like, I just won 5,000. Oh my God. I just won $1 million. Be like, what's making you come more? The million or the head? Love you, buddy. Cheers, man. Dre, scratch offs and head. Another great pairing, right? It's not my O face. That was AR Platinum's O face. My O face is way more sexy. It's more like, oh. All right. That hurts my eyes. Happy birthday, brother. Commissioner from a police academy. All right. Let's talk a little NBA basketball. A Rockets game was interesting, to say the least. That Rockets game was equal parts exciting, full of hope, and disappointing. It's just game one. And you know that this is a team that's really got to figure out its new chemistry with its new superstar. You don't have your point guard, which is, that's not the excuse, obviously. I mean, look, the Thunder were without Jason Williams, so you were both down a star. No excuses. And they had every opportunity to win it. They missed some free throws. OKC missed some free throws. So that's funny, Cisco. My takeaways from it was Amen Thompson's going to be a beast this year. But Alperen Sengun might be top 5 consideration for MVP because of KD. It won't be KD, and KD will take some votes away from him. But Alpy will be up there. I believe that. And the Rockets have still a lot of work to do. You like what you see for the most part. Reed Shepherd, my God. They think he has all the talent in the world. I love his defense and his hustle, but his shooting has been atrocious. And Tari Eason was just bad last night for long stretches. Boneheaded mistakes. He seemed nervous and out of sorts. Everyone else, especially in the starting 5, like Amen and all that, that was good, but Tari seemed like he was pressing or nervous or whatever. You're smoking something with this MVP talk. No, I'm not. Especially if the Rockets finish top 3 in the West, which they very well could. So LP had 39 in a game full of stars and studs. So what does that tell you? Bros found him a 3-point shot. He's bulked up. He's a year better. I mean, look. Am I saying he's going to win it? No, I said top 5. Oh, that's interesting. Thunder's Caruso suffers concussion in protocol. Durant pins the double overtime loss on himself in his Rockets debut. Yeah, that was the point I was going to make. I'm trying to pull up the box score. In a game where Kevin Durant had 23, Amen Thompson had 18. Those were second and third in scoring on the Rockets behind Şengün's 39. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 35. Chet Holmgren had 28. So Alp led all scorers in a game that featured 2 MVP candidates and Chet Holmgren and Amen Thompson. He had 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Nobody led he had the most assists on the team. Steven Adams out-rebounded him by 2. That's it. Nobody was in double digits on Oklahoma City in rebounds. That includes Holmgren and Hartenstein. And nobody had more assists on OKC than Alp. So he led the game in scoring, rebounding, and assists. And I'm crazy? I just said, if he plays like that all year, and he's capable of it, and if these guys start to gel and the chemistry gets even better, and everybody understands their role, and he's able to still create for others, and bro, that's a Jokic type night. So if that box score doesn't convince you that he's not capable of being in the top 5 MVP conversation, which is what I said, I don't know what to tell you. You just don't want to hear it because your Dallas goggles are blinding you. But nobody had more assists, nobody had more rebounds, and nobody had more points than Alp in that game. In a game that featured Durant, Şengün, Thompson, Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's it. Come on, bro. Don't let your Houston hatred get in the way of common sense. KD blamed himself. I missed the free throws, and I fouled somebody at the end. I think those 2 plays are the reason we lost. That's a leader. That's what that is. That's a leader. And I don't think he's not wrong, but if he doesn't leave his feet, because he said, fouled Shea, put them up 1. I've got to stay down, be more disciplined with those opportunities to get a stop and a steal. And he's right. You can't leave your feet. That's the first rule you learn in basketball. Don't fall for the pump fakes. But this game 1. The funny thing was when he tried to get the timeout with no timeouts left, with a couple seconds left in the, was it fourth quarter? Oh, no, that was the first overtime. He gets the rebound. He's like, and Alp's like, no, we don't have no timeouts. And then the refs didn't give it to him, so that's why it wasn't a technical foul. But if the refs were to be like, timeout and technical, you can't call timeout, jackass. Let's see. The other game last night. The Warriors and the Lakers. I'm trying to get the box score up for you here. Warriors beat the Lakers 119-109. Curry had 23. Jimmy Butler had 31. Luka had 43, 12, and 9. That's a pretty good debut. That sounds Alp-like. Alp, sure. Let's see. What did I say Alp's box score was? 39, 11, and 7. And Luka went 43, 12, and 9. Austin Reeves added 26 and 9 assists. Only one person in double-digit rebounds in the game again, and that was Luka. So, A lot of people high on the Warriors this year. They think that Butler-Curry combination's a new, and that could be dangerous. That could be deadly, man. Really could. Draymond, 28 minutes, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. What? My wife is texting me. Are you going to get off the phone? You haven't been home in 3 nights. Haven't seen my baby since Saturday. Yeah, I think the Rockets are contenders. Luka's in shape. Yes, he is. Total Dallas. Who's this Luka person you speak of? Spoon said, I'm such a hater. Regardless of politics, that's fucking sweet. So, speaking of Fertitta, he has chosen one of our wines to give to guests from Italy since he's the Italian ambassador. That's really dope. That's really dope. Hey, what up, Jason? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Spoon said he's a KD hater. No, I get it. If he wasn't playing for the Rockets, I'd be a KD hater too. You know what I mean? I get it. Walt said we definitely watched 2 different games last night. Rockets need to be looking for a trade partner because that lineup will lead the league in turnovers. Oh, I mean, it goes without saying that they need a point guard. They need a primary ball handler. They're going to have to get through with what they have, which is, it was men bringing it up sometimes. It was KD. But you're also talking about one of, if not the best defensive team in basketball in the Thunder. Let's see, team stats. Rockets had 25 turnovers. Thunder had 12. Rockets had, surprisingly, Thunder had more points in the paint, 50-44. Rockets out-rebounded the Thunder 52-38. So for all of the turnovers, you kind of make up for it in winning the rebounding by 14. Yeah, you out-rebound your opponent by 14. That makes up for the 13 turnovers in some way. Not completely, because their points off turnovers was like 28. That's not good. But again, let's see. If we go back to last year, let's see. I'd be willing to bet that OKC led the league in defensive turnover. Let's see, 20 regular season. Here we go. Team. It's not going to show. Opponent. There we go. OKC was number 1 last year. 16.3 turnovers a game. Opponents' turnovers. Yeah. And the Rockets were 13. So, yeah, not a great night, obviously. But I said last Monday? No, last week. They're definitely going to have to find they're going to have to find a ball handler if it's not going to be Reed Shepard. And I don't think it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, Big Stout said your starting 5 is crazy tall. That's part of the reason for the turnovers. Thompson at point is wild, but he was drafted as a point guard. Spoon said, I just think KD isn't good as the star. He needs to be the second choice to shine. I think what you're going to find is that that's exactly what's going to happen. I think KD knows where KD is at in his career. He can still go out and get you 25, but he's 37, right? And he's still got the energy, but that's going to, be tested as the season goes along. But he can set up. I mean, if you watch, there was a couple of plays last night at one point. I forget who had the ball. I think it was Reed Shepherd. He gave it back to KD. He made some space. KD got the ball back to him, and Shepherd started running the offense on the left side, on the left wing of the court. And KD was like, no. Like, he was trying to get him to swing the ball around because they had an open corner three on the opposite side. But he called out a play. They dished the ball back to him. He got it back to, I want to say, Amen, who drove, dish. They shot the three. I think they missed it. But the point was, part of what KD's going to bring and how he's going to help guys like Alp and Amen reach their full potential is stuff like that. Like, yeah, Spoon said his knowledge is top tier. I don't think anybody, he's got as good of a basketball IQ as anybody. Anybody. And that will make Alp better. That's going to make Amen Thompson better. The big lineup is intriguing. It's interesting. It's fun. But good coaches are going to figure out how to deal with it. I mean, OKC did last night. Now, they missed a ton of shots. But those shots, almost all of them were contested. And the Rockets' opponents, I venture to say, are probably going to have a pretty low shooting percentage. Let's see. Last year, they were mid-tier. No, they were lower tier. Oh, no, that's the opposite side. Sorry. The Rockets were 11th. And that's their field goal percentage. My bad. That was 11th worst. Rockets were 6th in field goal percentage allowed last season. And they're better now. Jalen Green was a liability on defense. KD is not. OKC was number 1, 43%. Go figure. I mean, they were the best defense in basketball last year by far. So when you got game 1 with 5, 6, 11 guys, you're probably going to have some turnovers. But I think that Tari Eason was responsible for several of those. And then OKC is just good at what they do. But OKC as a team didn't shoot well. And some of that credit goes to the Rockets defense. So there's still a long way to go. They still have a lot of work to do. I think they'll be the first to tell you that. OKC as a team last night shot 44.2%. Rockets shot 44.3%. From three-point range, the Rockets were 11 of 39, 28.2%. OKC was 13 of 52 for 25%. So neither team had great shooting percentages. But if you're the Rockets and you're out rebounding, they offensive rebounds 16 to 11, defensive 36-27. You're getting more second chance opportunities. On the flip side, when you have 25 turnovers and the other team has 12, you've created 13 more opportunities for them. So you got 14 on the board. They got 13 on turnovers. That's why this game was 125, 124 in double overtime. That's just what this team's going to be until they get a true ball handler. But if they don't, I don't know that I agree with Walt that they're in trouble. I think this team is good enough to compete. They just showed you they're good enough to compete with the defending champs without a point guard. KD needs J-Ro in his life. Yes, he does. Holy shit. I thought he was going to rock a bald head. Isn't he rocking a bald head? I think he's rocking a bald head now, which was needed. Shams predicted OKC champs again. Wouldn't surprise me. But they took him to double OT. You can't be upset with a team that hasn't gelled yet. I think the offense will get better. They'll improve. Stout said need to play Schroeder. Oh, he's not on the team. Are you? Oh, you're talking about. Okay, I thought you were talking about the Rockets. I was like, No, Perry. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, they need a guy like that. Yeah. KD needs a South Side fade. Yes, he does. Look at Total Dallas. Yeah, Walt, how can they be in trouble with an MVP candidate? I mean, he didn't say they were in trouble. He just said that they needed a, well, what did he say? Let's see. Walt, let's see. We definitely watch the games. Rockets need to be looking for trade partners because that lineup will lead the league in turnovers. Yeah. But they'll also probably lead the league in rebounding. That's my counterpoint. Walt said, keep disagreeing with me. The odds say you'll eventually be right. I just see it different. What can I say? Sometimes I agree with you. There's times when I'm like, oh, you know what, Walt, that makes sense. You're right. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I agree with you just to make you feel better. You don't pretend like you agree with me to make me feel better. That'd be lame if that's what we did. But if that was your big takeaway, is that, well, the Rockets take the defending chance to double OT, lose by one on a foul call because KD leaves his feet, and your takeaway was, well, they're fucked. What? No, Spoon, Pat Bev, no thank you. No thank you. He should just stick to podcasting. KD gonna get the kids to replace the Edgar with the Jimmy Dean. That's funny. Yeah, Perry said, hear me out, Chris Paul. I know a lot of people were clamoring. First of all, they're not going to be able to get anybody just signed. They're definitely going to have to trade. They have no cap space. We've already talked about this. They have zero cap space to do anything. Cisco said Walt is right more times than Total Dallas. Everybody is. But yeah, Walt knows his shit. Everybody was clamoring for Westbrook. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have to go out and trade for somebody. And probably you're going to have to find an expiring contract. Or you're going to have to do it in the buyout market. So when is the NBA deadline? And that's what Westbrook is probably waiting on. NBA buyout deadline is March 1st. Final day a player can be waived and be eligible to play in the postseason for a new team. And then NBA trade deadline 2026. February 6th is the trade deadline. Now, Total Dallas said logs out. Let's see. Spot track. Let's see if we can find NBA. No, I don't want the team cap. I want NBA. And I want contracts. Signed year, status. Oh, of course it's locked. No, I don't want this. Let's see. Off season. Where's the free agent shit? Yeah, I just want free agents, damn it. Teams, rankings, contracts, off season, positions, transactions. Let me go back to the fucking beginning, I guess. Oh my God. Here we go. Free agents. 2026. All right, there we go. Cool. Let me show this. Let me share this. Okay. 2026 free agents, all teams. We could do guards, but let's just do point guards. Unrestricted. And yeah, let's just do expiring contracts. Unfree. Terry Rozier, Colin Sexton, Kobe White. Why does this look like that, by the way? That's driving me fucking crazy. There we go. This way y'all can see better. Here we go. Rozier, Sexton, Kobe White, Gabe Vincent, Mike Conley. Ayo Dosunmu. I have no idea who the fuck that is. Tyus Jones, Jevin Carter, Aaron Holiday with the Rockets, Chris Paul with the Clippers, Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's almost 40. Westbrook's 36. Gary Payton II, Dante Exum, Jordan McLaughlin, Cole Anthony, Sean Halen, Jane Springer, Colin Gillespie, Jordan Goodwin, Brandon Williams. Here's the deal. Some of these cats aren't going to trade with you, right? Like the Warriors aren't trading Gary Payton II to Houston. They ain't doing that. So you've got to find somebody that is a willing trade partner and yada, yada. There's not a lot of sexy names on this. That's for sure. Let's see. Club options. Amen Thompson. See, I told you he's listed as a point guard. Lonzo Ball. Marcus Sasser. Isaiah Collier. Yeah. Just not a lot of sexy names. Ones with the player option. Oh, Trae Young. You just don't have the cap space for it, though. Fred VanVleet has a player option next year. D'Angelo Russell, Marcus Smart, Kevin Porter Jr., Jose Alvarado. But it's like I said, you need an expiring contract because you're going to have to free up the money at the end of the season. Because if you think Fred VanVleet is coming back. Now, if you don't, then you just, whoever you trade for, you can re-sign to a deal. Because that money will be off the books. So you've got to. Mines, what's up, big dog? Way to hijack it. Mine said, Barry, my Toronto Blue Jays are in the World Series. Oh my God, so hyped. I'm crying and screaming during that Game 7. Yeah, man. You should be hyped. That was a big win. That's a real big one. You should have been here yesterday when we talked about it. Well, all praise to your Blue Jays. Also, I picked the Dodgers in 5, if that matters. Cece didn't think Trey was still playing. Oh, that's dope, dude. You took your mom to the ALCS Game 1? That's really dope. That's a really cool thing. I didn't think Trey was still playing. Oh, Mines. Mine said, yeah, the Dodgers are better. But guess what? We have the Toronto Magic. Don't ever fucking doubt us. Vladdy Grand Slam Game 1. Hey, I'm curious. Weren't you talking shit in the chat about Springer before he became a Blue Jay? How he was a cheater with the Astros? Didn't you used to say that? I think you did. I think you did. I will say, though, Astros fans, that win was mutually shared. George Springer will always be an Astro. I know he's a Blue Jay. He'll always be an Astro. So when he hit that home run for Toronto and Houston. Because, quite frankly, as Astros fans, we hate the Mariners. So it was like, you're still getting your ass beat by an Astro. Hilarious. I'm telling you, that's what a lot of us thought down here. You could have stopped at Leafs. Canada soccer was stupid. You should not have added that. You did Canada? Oh, that's what you care about. I thought you were trying to brag on like y'all's dominance. I was like, well, yeah. What is I don't even know what the Raptors are projected for this year. Can't be good. I'm just trying to make minds lose his shit. Where'd they finish last year? Oh yeah, 30-52. Jesus. Blue Jay by the uniform, Astros by heart. There you go, Dubs. There you go. Definitely what I thought. Take this bringer dinger right in your poo shooter, Seattle. That's funny. I agree. All right, so here's what we're going to do tomorrow. My wife is on my ass. She wants some husband time. Mine said, are you a person who counts the 2017 win or are you ashamed of it? I'm airing the question. Yeah, I count the 2017 win. The fuck you talking about? Don't make me go through all of this again. But yes, the 2017 World Series was legit. For all of the reasons I've said a million fucking times when I've argued with Dodger fans or Yankee fans or any other fans of baseball that don't live in the Bayou City. First of all, go back to the ALCS. I'm going to do this one more fucking time. Somebody record this, clip it, and put it on the fucking internet. And it's not you, Minds. I'm just, in general, y'all going to learn today. If we go back and look at, let's see. Here we go. Astros, Yankees, 2017 ALCS. Let's start with the 2017 ALCS. And then we'll go Astros, Dodgers, World Series. And then we'll pull that up. I'm going to school you, okay? This is for everybody out there that talks shit about the Astros win. Because I get sick of this shit. You're going to learn today. Oh, fuck your ad block. Here is ALCS numbers, okay? 2-1 at home. Does sound like cheating to me. That's game one. 2-1 at home in game two of the ALCS. So here's what my takeaway. The Astros only score 2 runs a game.
At Mines_Al.
Damn. Looks like you're going to miss this. But the Yankees can only muster 1 run each game on the road. Now, mind you, the whole cheating scandal was about hitting, not pitching. It was about hitting. And now the Astros knew what pitches were coming. They really knew it so much that they scored 2 runs in each of the first 2 games at home. The Yankees were so bad, they could only muster up 1. And I shouldn't say so bad. They just, Dallas Keuchel and Justin Verlander kicked them in the fucking nuts. But let's flip the script and go to game 3, where the Astros score 1 run and the Yankees score 8 at home. That sounds more like a cheater to me, because Astros only get the 1 run. They scored 2 at home. And then in game 4, it's 6-4. And then in game 5, it's 5-0. And then they come back, game 6 at home, and the Yankees score how many runs again? Fucking 1. Has nothing to do with cheating, nothing to do with trash cans. It's Justin Verlander dominating the Yankees. Meanwhile, the Astros put up 7. All they needed was 2, just like the first 2 games. Now the series is tied. You get down to the final game. The Yankees score 0 fucking runs. So on the road, in 4 games, the Yankees scored 3 runs. They score 3 runs. So you tell me how the trash can comes into play in that scenario. Huh? And the Astros' only outburst of the entire series was game 6 at home. Otherwise, They had 8 runs in 3 games. So that's that. Let's go look at the World Series. Astros score 1-1 on the road, and then they win one on the road, 7-5 in 11. Not even at home banging trash cans. They just flat out win on the road 7-5 and come back with the series tied. We see a 5-3 game. This is not a crazy outburst, but it's 5-3. Not even, the Astros scored 7 and 1 on the road. So it's not unlike they can't score 7 runs or 5 runs. But again, Dodgers don't hit. They score 3 runs. Game 4, the Dodgers win. The Dodgers win a game on the road 6-2. Where's the cheating? And then the Astros, in perhaps the greatest game in baseball history, in my opinion, Game 5, the Astros win that one 13-12. If the Dodgers can put up 12, it's certainly feasible to think that the Astros could put up 13 without cheating. Game 6, go back home. The Dodgers win 3-1. So now, series tied. Astros are on the road in LA. No trash cans coming into play. And they fucking blow them out 5-1. Case closed. Charlie Morton is nails. They have nobody to blame but themselves. They couldn't win game 7 at home. You score 1 run at home. Get you some fucking trash cans, chump. And for the record, if you want to blame anybody, how about you blame Cody Bellinger for his 565 OPS and 143 average in the series? Huh? How about you do that? And you Darvish for tipping his pitches. So there it is again. Missed me with all that shit. Not you, Mines. I mean, again. Yankees lose. I have that as a drop. I still have the drop saved. Where'd it go?
The Yankees lose.
Sir, it's pronounced Charlie fucking Morton. My bad. My bad. I think haters are thinking fruits from a poisonous tree. Whatever. What the fuck ever. Cece said, with pleasure. Everybody's like, bye, Mines. Dead as Fred. Cece said, sorry, I meant with pleasure. Oh, my God. That's so funny. Cavs versus Knicks. Who you got, Barry? Only one right answer. Knicks. I'm going Knicks, bro. I think we don't know what Cavs team we're going to see, right? We talked about this yesterday with Chris Williams a little bit, but I think the East comes down to 3 teams: Cavs, Knicks, Bucks. Not in that order. I think it's likely that it goes Knicks, Bucks, Cavs. Magic should be up there too, though. They'll probably be a top 4 team. Magic are going to be good. I warned you guys about the Magic 2 years ago. Remember that? I told you keep an eye on a couple of teams. I said I liked the young core that Detroit had. I was wrong. But that I really liked the young core that the Magic was putting together too. Don't make me go find it, but I can find it and show you where I talked about it. But Magic are going to be good this year. I believe that. Spoon said, I hate liars. Better end the show before you be sleeping on the patio with Spencer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, true. Toronto was caught cheating. You don't count it, too. A lot of teams got caught cheating. Boston over 500 or how much? Yeah, I think Boston will be over 500. I also think that they're kind of lucky that they're in the East. Because if Boston was in the West, I don't think they'd make the playoffs. But being in the East, I think they'll be over 500. How much? Man, let me see. What was last year's play-in? Was 500 Orlando. 41-41, 37-45, 40-42, 39 and 43. Those were your play-in records. So I could see Boston being, 2, 3, 4 games over 500. Which I think will put them at least in the play-in. But I mean, again, I think the best teams right now. Well, actually, you know what? I told y'all Detroit, they finished, they were 44-38. Look at me. I might know what the fuck I'm talking about. Not always. Yeah. I say Boston probably finishes bottom half of the play-in, 40, 42 and 40, 43, 39, something like that. That'd be what I say. But the Knicks, to me, if I had to rank them right now, I'd go Knicks, Bucks, Cavs. But the Cavs could very well. I just think they kind of caught lightning in a bottle for a year. But that's just me. Can Wemby stay healthy? He is too fragile. Yes. Yeah, he bulked up over the season. It was kind of a fluke thing last season, right? It was something with, blood flow, right? It was I forget what it was. But it wasn't like a physical, it's just because he's skinny. No, he just had an ailment with his body that had nothing to do with basketball. I think it was, I don't know. That wasn't an aneurysm, but it was something like that. Stout said, great answer, by the way. Go Knicks. But yes, Wemby can stay healthy. I think Wemby can stay healthy. He knows what he has to do. Look, some guys are just snake bit, and some guys just need to mature. Their body needs to mature. He can, yeah. So I think he can. What was his first? I gotta go. Shit. We'll look it up tomorrow. F the season. Real fans are excited for the midseason tourney. All right. And on that note, we're out of here. Hey man, what the hell's a treasure train? That's crazy. Thank you guys for the treasure train. I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is a treasure train? Huh. Well, thank you for the sub, Mark, the bits, Spoon, and Cisco, and the treasure train. And mine's, sorry. Oh, Big Stout said, by the way, but since the interview yesterday, I'm wanting to watch Zion's first game. I know, right? I thought Chris brought some really good insight. I mean, he's a guy that is well and deeply connected into the NBA. So it probably won't be the last time you see him on the show. Something you'll never see if you don't go out there with Nora. All right. I'll see you guys mañana. All right. We'll talk some NFL, some college. Probably won't look back. We'll just look ahead. Okay? Run it. All right. I love you guys. Thanks to everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry the show started off, not exciting, but I just felt it was important to share. All right. Until I see you guys tomorrow, man, do me 3 favors. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. Flip, appreciate you, brother. Oh, Spoon, that's what a treasure train is. Got it. Perry, love you, buddy. CC said a treasure train is something I'll never see if I don't go out there with Nora. You're right, CC. You're right. I love you and I miss you, girl. I hope you're good. Uriel, much love, homie. Big Stout, thanks for being here as always. Total Dallas, sir, you're the man. I love you. You're a good dude for putting up with all the bullshit. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna go not be in trouble. Bye. Okay. A cat is yelling at me on the other side of the door. Jeez. Bye, guys.
And he's making a YouTube video!
Love you all.